Hey everyone, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in today. We are playing some Scouts. I love this deck. It's one of my favorites ever, especially when it comes to like super competitive decks. It's the very first deck I ever hit Masters with. And I tried playing it last patch before the hotfix and everything, and it did not go well. But now after some of the other decks got nerfed, and especially I think because people are playing some like slightly less competitive decks since the hotfix came out, they're kind of like, fooling around a little bit. You can kind of prey on those decks with this very easily. Yesterday when I was playing it, I went 5 and 2, and so I figured I'd take it on stream today. Like I said, I love the playstyle of this deck. It's not like an aggro deck necessarily, it's more of like a mid-range combo almost with some of your cards. And some of the new cards that we have in here are Champion's Strength, which is a nice top end. Instead of just relying on Vanguard Sergeant's for Demacia, Champion's Strength can be like an instant game winner if it hits, obviously. And Relentless Pursuit, obviously with the nerfs to the rally cards, the extra mana for like Golden Aegis, I think it's probably just better to go with Relentless Pursuit here. Otherwise, kind of like the typical Scouts package. I've seen a few different deck lists mess around with how many copies of Fleet Feather Checker, Shell Shocker, and Blinding Assault they have, but I was pretty happy with how it felt last night. I do really enjoy Shell Shocker on turn 1. The extra attune is just so nice going to turn 2 or turn 3. When usually you want to be curving out with all your units, you'll at least have like 1 extra mana up for a Ranger's Resolve if they try hitting like a Make It Rain onto your Fleet Feather Checker and Mariah Warden. Or like your Shell Shocker and Mariah Warden, I should say. Overall, it's a pretty standard deck, unless I'm sure you guys are familiar with the playstyle. And I really like Genevieve Elmhart. When I used to play Scouts, like when I very first started playing Scouts, I wasn't a huge fan, but I've grown to love the card. So let's get into it and see if we can climb some more. I'm excited to finally have a deck I feel confident on. And anonymous username, if you're watching this, I'm sure you are. I finally found an interesting Talia deck list I want to try, the Talia Malphite deck list. I was watching Grandpa Roji's stream last night, and it had some interesting cards, so I might try that one tonight. Action Verisivir. Okay. I'm actually excited to try Action Verisivir myself at some point. I think it's not performing amazing, but I love the old Action Sivir decks. I'll probably just pitch the Relentless Pursuit and Genevieve here. Duran Sculptor on turn 2 into Mariah Warden is an extraordinarily good aggressive game plan, so I'm pretty happy to keep that. Perfect. I would like to trade with Forsaken Bakai. And I'm curious if we should attack here. I think we will. No, we can pass. We can block if they attack with it. Because we have so many combo pieces later on. Like our Champion Strike, obviously. Yeah, we're just going to take a turn off here. Oh no, we can get them. If they attack in, we'll play Ranger's Resolve. I'll get action out. Because we know they have no mana. Later on, they're almost always going to have mana. Sharp Sight's really good too. I don't know if I like that. I mean, it's probably fine. Okay, we'll just pass here. Genevieve's also fantastic. Turn 5 Quinn into 6 Genevieve Elmhart is really good. I don't know. It feels really good where I'm gonna pass, because if I don't attack, I want to be able to play Quinn next turn.
We're not taking it. We're taking it back.
As well as kind of we can like. Interesting. Yeah, I'll block because I'm going to want to play out Mariah Warden and Quinn, so I'm happy to take the trade here. I'll sacrifice the cat. Put these guys in range of Valor or Mariah Warden trades.
Oh, I've never met anyone like you. We Demacians are no easy prey. A sleight of justice.
We don't really have like amazing Valor targets. I don't know if I want to use a Sharp Sight here, like preemptively going into this. But we'll use it. We'll use him to get in here. Excuse me. We'll use him to get in here anyways. Pick off one of the units, clear the way for the rest of our board, and obviously just like help leveling up Quinn. Next turn, that's a little bit of a problem. I still think we take the attack. We could even use a sharp sight, to be honest. I think I'll take the trade again. They don't have mana. And if they play... No, yeah, we can just do this. We'll let this go. Because now they can't block with this at all. Or they can't really attack with it into our 2/2s. What was that? Another Dark and Blood Letters? I think we're okay with that, right? We can just take our attack here. And I'll even attack with Duran. No, I won't attack with Duran Sculptor. I think we can leave it back. Because we might still hit other units, like the Mirage Warden and stuff. Or even the Island Navigator is really good. And the fact that these guys can't block is pretty decent with me, rather than letting the other guys stay around. So that the next time our attack comes around, we can push a ton of damage with our scout units. I'm gonna Slim Genevieve. I don't want them to end the round. I don't think we're really... I don't think we have a problem with developing. We can play Sharp Sight and Range Resolve this turn if necessary. What can they do here? Sivir's not leveled, thank goodness. That would have been a little bit of a problem. Alright, if this is their turn, I think we just take this. So we'll have essentially 3 health to work with next turn for Quinn. So I doubt she'll level. We'll have to get in 2 attacks, so we can just swing in first. Oh, Rally's actually pretty good here. I'm pretty happy to take this attack, even if Quinn dies, if they waste another turn trying to kill Quinn. If we keep Genevieve alive. We can get her up to essentially 4 HP. Oh, they're just trying to kill Genevieve. Wow, that's a tough one. We can put Quinn up to 3. Right? 3 plus tough won't do it. I'm just triple checking my math here. That will not work. Alright. So I'm just going to Sharp Sight Genevieve. We have lethal. I think we'll go for it. They're tapped out of Right Negation. They haven't played any units. Like, they would have played a unit if they could trade with the Genevieve, right?
Where's my hammer?
Alright, GG. That went pretty smooth. We kind of got them a few times, like getting the action with Ranger's Resolve, protecting our Quinn that first time around, and then obviously protecting Genevieve when they pumped up their scout unit. Okay. I think I've played against Aurelian a lot. I feel like I see that name a lot. Ooh, I think we pitch Brightsteel Protector for defense on turn 2. But I'll keep Island Navigator. Should I? It's a decent turn 4 play. Viego won't be coming down until turn 6. Or do we just look for Misfortune first? I don't know, it's a good unit. I'm tempted to keep it. But I want to make sure we have at least a good turn 2 play. Turn 2, turn 3. Okay, that's fine. That's much better. Turn 2, Duran Sculptor. Turn 3, Vanguard Sergeant. I'm pretty happy with. We'll see how this goes. I might just end up blocking anyways, depending on what happens here. Well, like if they have a Vile Feast, we feel a little silly. Okay. I'm pretty happy to let this Fire Wrath hit and then just maybe block the Boisterous Host. Scout's a little annoying. That's actually really annoying. If they stick that on... I mean, I'm just going to be getting in with this Fleet Feather Checker on this Boisterous Host next turn anyway, I think. So let's get rid of the Chump Blocker while we can. And save the damage, I suppose. Island Navigator. Wow, this is really good. Okay. We went turn 1, turn 1, 2, 3, and 4 now. With some pretty solid units. I'll pass. I think they'd probably just take the Chump Block with the Encroaching Mist. So we'll keep our dude healthy. We have Fort Demacia in hand. Okay, now we're at an inflection point. Island Navigator. Sounds pretty good. Or Fleet Feather Tracker plus Mirai Warden into Fort Demacia next turn. That actually sounds pretty good to me, I think, because Fleet Feather Tracker would be a 5 power unit, to be enough to kill Gwen. He'll be safe from Vile Feast with the Rain Sculptor. We do need to be careful of Atrocity, so I'm going to take this block. We could Sharp Sight. We could Sharp Sight. Then we can't... Yeah, I think we're going to Sharp Sight. What if we just Sharp Sight? Then we can't play Island Navigator next turn. Or Fort Demacia next turn. Maybe we just... Yeah, let's just go with our original plan of killing Gwen with Fleet Feather Tracker and save Sharp Sight. Every single time we hit my Warden, it's been 2-2 and a 2-2 with Drain Sculptor. That's kind of funny. They're pushing a ton of damage. So they might have like another Camovorn soldier. Would be a little... not backbreaking, but it'd definitely slow our game plan down if they could really even just block with their Mist to save 5 damage. That's also pretty good. So I think we can get in here anyways, because all of our units will still be at 2/2s next turn. After they're like blocked and reset almost. So we just get to push an extra 5 damage for hopefully no real cost, right? Which is obviously really good when we're playing a... Ooh. Dang! Wait, hold on a second. It is a random ally, so that had a 66% chance to revive a Mist. Unfortunate. I'll slam Island Navigator first. Yeah, okay, what if we just go Island Navigator? We can chump block with our 2/2s here, or even picks now. Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't sacrifice picks. But I'm pretty happy to chump block as much as we can here. Because this drain damage is really brutal. We can't kill Gwen this turn, like, at all. She's already leveled. Like, that sucks, that Scout weapon. I mean, I assume that's why it's in the deck, though, right? To get Overwhelm and Scout. Oh, I'll never get sick of that level up animation. And her Star Guardian one, too. I think she has some really cool level up animations. We'll block again. We can't even block this thing. We might just die here. Wow. That's a little unfortunate. Well, I guess we just go like this. Man, that's real nasty. So now we pretty much have to deal 20 damage in a turn. I really wanted to get an extra Mirai Warden down there with the Drain Sculptor buff and then buff it up with Genevieve next turn. But the fact that that thing had Fearsome and we didn't have any Fearsome units on board. I wouldn't have wanted to block with Genevieve this turn, so I don't think that was ever the play. They just put us in a bind. Maybe Next turn, Genevieve plus Island Navigator. Genevieve will have 5/5. So she won't be enough to kill Gwen through a Pale Cascade. But it should be enough if we go Genevieve plus our Fleet Feather Tracker. Should be able to kill Gwen next turn. Obviously, if they have Vengeance, then we probably just lose the game. But at this point, there's not a whole lot we can do. Champion Strength would be really good too.
Follow my lead.
We're definitely not killing them this turn, that's for sure. Okay. I think we kill... I think we just... No, hold on a second. Hold on a second. If we kill Gwen with Genevieve, Viego just kills us next turn. Well, either champion kills us next turn. Like, there's literally not much we can do except hope they block, and then we can get after him with Fleet Feather Tracker. Yeah, we probably just lose then. Crazy! We could still hit a pump spell off the top, obviously. I don't think there's any real reason to attack here. We're not pushing enough damage at this point. If we somehow survive, we'll need them alive for champion strength. Rats. It's gonna be game if they open attack. Wow, okay, thank goodness. So we're alive. We can't kill Viego unless we double block him. Oh, this is pretty bad. Okay, so we have to block everything, and then we don't have anything alive to block Viego. Brutal. So we can go like this, I guess, to keep one unit alive, and then sacrifice to sacrifice. Dang, and then they can just end the turn, and Viego levels up. Wow, that's crazy. We got rolled this game. Their deck played so fun. That was like really cool. The scout on their champions was like really bad for us. Aurelia Gwen. That's another interesting deck I haven't played yet. Okay. Inspiring Light's really good with our hand. And I think our hand... Is our hand a keep? I don't think so. And I'm thinking that because Pegasus Broadwing dies to quiet us. And it's very prone to pump spells and Vile Feasts, things like that, to stop us from killing Gwen. So maybe we just pitch Inspiring Light. Maybe we don't need that. I don't know. Maybe we keep it. We have a really aggressive hand. Let's give it a try. I just want to see how it plays out, I suppose. We go Shell Shocker on turn 1. Broadwing on turn 2. And then on turn 3, we'll have enough mana for Morai Ward and then into Inspiring Light. So I'm pretty happy with that curve. Our overall deck is cheap enough that, like, we're bound to draw good cards for turns 3, turns 4, turns 5. So obviously having Quinn now is really good since we've already filled up our game plan until turn 3. I don't know what they play on turn 2 here that really scares us. We might... Okay. Yeah, we definitely kill that if they let us with Shell Shocker. I'll keep Pegasus Broadwing alive. Okay. So they didn't attack, and so hopefully we just get to kill it anyway with our Broadwing, and they don't get the extra Hallowed Trigger. That's pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting. That's pretty bad for us. That's going to be a lot of extra damage. It's going to be 4 straight up damage each turn, plus the Hallowed Triggers. Vile Feast here is not really a big deal. Now, do we want to put damage on our Broadwing? Then it can't kill Gwen. So I think we'll just attack like this. Take our 5 damage. Okay. That's pretty good. Now they have to get another unit to attack. Like, they have to develop this turn in order to get their trigger.
Where they fall,
Okay.
freedom grows.
That's really bad. That's so bad. So we're probably just gonna play our cards, take a ton of damage this turn, and then try to kill Aurelia. Because they tap all out of mana. So if this is their only attack this turn, I think we're pretty happy. Like, we can take a block here, save a damage,
You look a sight.
and then just swing in next turn. No, we don't even have to swing next turn. Let's just actually kill this thing.
Ah, fearless.
Clear the board space. And play Quinn next turn, and have Sharp Sight available to protect Petrified Broadwing if they try to pump spell Aurelia. Or we can just get Aurelia right now if they attack. Never mind, we can't because they've hollowed. Wait. I didn't even know Black Flame was the first time you attack each round. I thought it was every time you attack. So we can't get Aurelia here. We just have to let this go, I suppose. So now we have two ways to threaten Aurelia. Valor and the Broadwing.
Demacian needs heroes.
And we have a second Blinding Assault if necessary. Recall unit Blade Dance 1. Okay. A lot of damage. Sure. We'll keep our units alive. Let this go through one more time. No, we don't have to. We can block with Broadwing and still get after and just still kill Aurelia. Sure. At this point, I just want to make sure we save enough health because they're going to be pushing a lot of ephemeral attacks. I want to make sure we can stay alive if necessary when we try to develop our champions. Because they're down to low health too, so we pretty much only need to survive one more turn. That's pretty good.
Spin it round, throw it down.
So we'll sacrifice our units here to stay safe and healthy. And I think we probably just go Fleet Feather Tracker plus Quinn this turn. And then Genevieve Elmhart next turn. Like, what are we scared of here? Aurelia?
Not to forget, but to
If she's leveled up, that's a little bit of a problem. That is a bit of a problem this turn, I suppose. Well, we're going to have to
Nothing gets between me and my mark.
sacrifice these 3 units, probably. Okay, I'm going to block this one. I'm gonna block with Broadwing. No, I'll block with Fleet for the Checker, because Broadwing can't die to Vile Feast. So we'll go like this. We'll save the extra health, just in case. And then they can't attack with their other units here.
battle stances. Navori, formation.
Okay,
Remember
so
our ancestors.
we could just sacrifice our units here.
Before us.
Then we probably lose to another Blade Dance or something. The, which one is it? Defiant Dance. So we live at 2? Then we just have to stop every attack from now on? Because we can't Sharp Sight right now, right? They just swap. Then we feel bad. Okay. One, two, three, four, five, six. Do we want an extra Valor or Sharp Sight? Probably Sharp Sight, right? Because next turn if we have to double block these units. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Is this better? I don't think it is. Because as soon as they get an ephemeral attack off, We have to block everything? And we won't have enough units? Hmm. So she'll have 9 health. So maybe it is champion strength. But then what if they have deny? What if they have deny? So I think we just put Genevieve on heart. Oof, if they have deny, I think we lose too hard. It's probably better to just go with the board. We have 2 units threatening Aurelia. Okay. So I think we'll go like this. Let's just threaten Aurelia with Valor. We have a sharp sight. And I want to keep Genevieve alive in case they keep Aurelia alive. Okay. We have lethal. Oh my gosh, let's go. That was a close one.
Great. Now let's get back out there.
I love those close games. Those are so fun. Because we're both such aggressive decks, like we're trying to establish this like board-based game plan. And it's so hard to figure out like when to trade, when not to trade, take the damage, all that stuff. We obviously got it kind of close there, but... Is this Thralls or FTR? Imagine it's FTR, if it's Ionia. Thralls would have to be Shurima usually, right? We could keep Vanguard Sergeant. It doesn't even kill Lysandra though, so I don't know if we want that. I think we'd rather take an extra dig for... I guess, anything else. Like Misfortune maybe is okay. Like, I don't know if she'll... That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Ooh, okay. I'll go Shell Shocker here. Should we just get the challenge? We'll get the challenger unit down. Just in case. If we play Durand Sculptor, we'd probably get hit by Avalanche next turn. And so that won't be enough to protect Mariah Warden. I should have pulled faces the old ones then. If they have Avalanche in hand, so that we could kill it. That was a mistake. So that tells me they have Avalanche in hand. Or Blighted Ravine. Okay. I think I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm going to go second Durand Sculptor actually, instead of Mariah Warden. So that our Island Navigators next turn are like huge. And this Durand Sculptor survives through an Avalanche or Blighted Ravine. Oh dang. I'll block it with Shell Shocker so that our Fleet Feather Tracker can get after it next turn. Wow, Broadwing plus Mariah Warden is also fantastic if we can hit it with our double Durand Sculptor. That's a little bit unfortunate. Maybe we just keep this guy back as a blocker, like he's not doing anything. We do need to push damage though. Yeah, they're getting a ton of mana. I don't really want to put these into Avalanche range. Like, we can't attack with this one, they'll just block with Lysandra. I don't want to put this prone to Avalanche / Blighted Ravine. So maybe we just do this.
We cannot fight the cold.
Sure. We might just go Pegasus Broadwing plus Vanguard Sergeant if our board doesn't die this turn, so that we can go into a Fort Demacia next turn.
Nothing escapes my watch.
With a little help, I may
Also, 5 health on the Broadwing's pretty nasty. I don't know if I like that they were able to get so much ramp. Like, it's two quote-unquote dead cards in their hand that we don't have to worry about them being, like, very nices. And I'll take this block.
I protect my own.
Because they can't play Avalanche this turn. Next turn we just open with Fort Demacia. Oh, jeepers. If we open with Fort Demacia and they have very nice. I felt pretty silly. But I don't think there's much we can do. Like, if we just open attack, we're not pushing any damage. We're, like, picking off a little bit of the ramp. But then by the time our next turn comes around, they'll be at this amount of mana anyways. So I think we have to risk it. Or if they have deny. Okay. I'm like certain we're gonna get buried nice here. Sure. I mean, I don't know what to do though. If we just pass, or if we just open attack. Like again, by the time our next attack turn comes around. I guess we lose if they have the second card, the one that destroys the landmarks. But if not, we're fine. Dang it. I don't know how to beat these decks, man. I guess I just got too greedy, but like, I don't know. I just don't like that one-shot combo. I guess it's the point of the deck, though. But I don't know, I'm just bad at playing into it. I either feel like I play too slow and then they get there anyways. Like if we just take the open attack and pick off the little O3s, like what does that really do for us? You know what I mean? Okay, this is interesting. Noxus matchups are always kind of difficult. Interesting hand. I'd like to see a little bit more aggression in turns 1 and 2. Ranges, our Bracelet Protector doesn't really do anything at this point. But we do have our champs. I don't think we'll ever keep them safe. Like they're pretty much dead on arrival, I imagine. So maybe we wait a little bit to play them. I'll probably, if we don't have anything else, I'll probably still just play Misfortune next turn.
Our eyes lead to hidden paths.
Stance swaps.
They see the path.
Okay. I'll just play Misfortune here.
I'm one of the good guys.
We'll see how much removal they use. Because, like, Misfortune might not even be our path to victory.
To Sejuani's service.
Wow, that's really interesting. That'll kill any unit now because the ping from Misfortune will grant it the +3 first. So we'll go Island Navigator. We have Drain Sculpture on board. Plus the Island Navigator itself at least will be pretty buff.
Dangerous water.
Can't even kill the Scarthane though. So do we take it? Do we take this attack? Probably.
We'll take what we need to survive.
Wow, this is really tough and awkward. Anything we attack with just dies on sight. And it doesn't trade back, which is unfortunate. But we have to get rid of those units, or else our Quinn's never getting in. I don't know if I want to take this attack. It's so bad. It's so bad for us. Maybe we should go for it. Because they'll both be put down to 1 health. And so the next time we attack, the Misfortune Ping will get them.
Either slow them.
Sure.
Love ya.
I don't know how careful we need to be about keeping our Duran Sculptor alive. Like if they offer the 8-1 trade into our Duran Sculptor, that's actually really good. That's really, really, really good. I might just take it with the Duran Sculptor here. I don't want to take 8 damage. Second Misfortune is really good. I don't know how many X1s they play, but it does let us... Oh no, we can't this turn. I guess we could go Quinn this turn. Next turn, set up a Bright Steel Protector onto Valor, and then give Quinn quick attack. Are we scared of Swain?
We'll make quick work of you.
Stay still.
Okay, I think I'm okay with that.
Demacian needs heroes.
Now I just need to decide how I want to open
Honor the wolf. Death with eyes knowing.
Bright Steel Protector onto Quinn, Valor, Misfortune. Oh, okay. Sure. Let's use Ranger's Resolve. This will put everything in danger of Scorched Earth and Flock. And it'll keep our Valor alive. This guy's gonna be huge, so we're definitely gonna need Valor to have Barrier next round.
Another winter.
I'll just play Bright Steel Protector. We'll have 4 mana left to mess with Fleet Feather Tracker, Valor, Quick Attack.
You're covered.
I guess we're a little worried about a freeze. So I'd like to see them tap out, like if they just slam a Swain here. Otherwise, I don't think we use Quinn's Blinding Assault. Maybe we use Blinding Assault here. We could go Valor, just pull the units and get in with Quinn. I don't know if that's great though. Maybe it is. Maybe we pull Blinding Assault unbarriered into this one. Dang, that's so brutal. I don't think we can do much about that. Just let this go. I guess Flock is really bad.
Will be your fight.
I still think we take... What if we don't use our Scout attack this turn? Because Misfortune, if she stays alive, would still level on our next attack. Or we can just play Fleet Feather Tracker here. And then if they kill Misfortune, we can play the second one out. Okay. So we can go Blinding Assault. Plus the Fleet Feather Tracker's Challenger would be enough to pull these two aside. We push a little bit of extra damage. And kill at least one of them. This guy is regen. That's actually a problem. So maybe we should kill him. I think we can get an extra attack here. We'll pull here. And he can't block the Merkle Voyager can't block.
Just another winter. Feed my cat.
I think we can take this swing. Our champions are probably dead anyway, so I want to get some damage out of them. They're probably not going to level anyways, like it doesn't really matter all that much at this point. Get them low. Next turn, if they kill our champs, we can just redevelop them. We push an extra 3 damage that way than if we just attacked with our champs. I don't know if that'll be incredibly relevant here.
Victory.
Oh, that sucks. He has Overwhelm. So both our champs are dead.
Rosewater will soon fly the Noxian banner.
Not while I've got bullets left.
Okay, we'll pass. We'll just double block then, since they're both dead anyway.
Leave them nothing.
That's far enough.
Well, now I don't have to worry about Scorched Earth or a Flock for our champions on our next attack.
Oh, I've never met anyone like you. We will show them where their spells can help.
Should I play Misfortune in case we top deck a champion strength? Yeah, I will.
Looking for trouble? It found you.
That's a card. We could go Vanguard Sergeant plus 4 Demacia. Would that be enough? I don't think so. But Quinn doesn't do anything either, though, really. Quinn plus Vanguard Sergeant doesn't do all that much. So maybe it is just Vanguard Sergeant plus 4 Demacia. Swinging with everything.
Discipline and steel.
Sure. Because my thought is just like the give allies +3/+3 is just 1 damage short of making this Poro do anything. Like he can't attack, he gets blocked by the 4/6. Wow, that sucks. They have so many AoE damage effects that have pinged off a lot of our units. Oh my gosh, and it stuns Misfortune. But it did 1 to everything. It did 1 to everything. That puts Swain in danger. So we can get in with Valor now to try to kill Swain. Oh, they have Ramstance in hand? When did that come around? I didn't even notice that. That's my bad. This game's probably over anyways. We can still get in with these two, because now they can't block. Oh, never mind, it stuns, of course. Well, we'll get in anyway. If they don't block, they could lose to a top deck to Misfortune. Okay. I guess we could win if we hit Champion Strength again. That's probably the only card that saves us. Genevieve Elmhart could also block Swain, so we wouldn't take his Nexus Strike damage. Quinn can block Swain. Are we safe? I don't think so, right? Dang it. Oh my gosh. That's insane. Whatever this deck is so obnoxious. Seriously? That's so funny. Alright, GG. They got us.
Defeated, not broken.
Just like that. Back to 0 LP. So brutal. That's so funny. Gwen Katarina? That's always fun. Interesting little matchup here. I don't think we want to look for Island Navigators. I think we really need to look for our Challengers or our Misfortune. Or Quinn, I suppose. Quinn could be okay. Probably still go out until later though. Vanguard Sergeant's tempting. It's not a good blocker into either of their champs though, so I think we can pitch it. Drain Sculptor is really good. That'll protect most of our units from Blade's Edge. And Boister Cess, okay. I was gonna say Rear Guard would be really good if we could just ooh, hold on a second. How greedy do we get here? Okay, we need to kill that. I was thinking we could go Shell Shocker into Misfortune into Make It Rain if they had another X1. But they don't. Is Drain Sculptor even good here? It doesn't put Misfortune out of flock range, but it'll put other units out of range of stuff like Vile Feast, and it'll save. Like, I guess if we draw like a Vanguard Sergeant out of the 3 damage range. I don't know. I don't know how important it is, but I think it's probably better than playing Shell Shocker here. The second Sharp Sight is interesting.
Trouble. It found you.
If they play Katarina, I'll swing them with both. Okay. I'm pretty happy with this. If they don't take this block here, they're just taking an excess 3 damage. And we can kill it with Make It Rain anyways next turn if we need to. Our hand's really dead right now and super awkward. I'd love to find Island Navigator, Quinn, Mirai Warden even would be pretty good. Our hand's just not set up right now for like a Fort Demacia or a Champion Strength, so we need to develop quite significantly. Katarina and Gwen are probably our worst cards to see right now. Okay. Now we'll just Make It Rain. I don't want to get damage on our champions.
Make it interesting for me.
And if they have Sentry Flock, like, I don't expect this Misfortune to level. We could even, like, Ranger's Assault to keep Misfortune alive, or Sharp Sight, obviously.
It's a bit better.
I would like to keep as much damage off of her as possible. Quietus. We'll let that go. I'd rather save Sharp Sight to keep Valor alive from a Quietus. An open attack pushes 6 damage. Not great. I'd rather find our scout units. We have... It's going to be turn 5. So we have triple Island Navigator, triple Quinn. There's a good chance we find something good. And again, even Mirai would still be fine. Another excellent, so that can't block. Quinn! Heck yeah, that's a draw.
Demacians are no easy prey.
Quinn's so fun. I love this champ. I'm not even that high of a mastery level with her, because I didn't really play Scouts the first time it was meant, I suppose. I only picked it up like 3 seasons ago, I think. But it's been so fun. She can get in for pretty much anything here. Like, I'd be willing to trade with... Wow. The fact that they don't have any X2s even to block is so good for us. Double Opulent 4 is a problem. Alright, GG. I was gonna say, on our defensive turns, we're gonna be taking a lot of excess damage, but... GG.
Fortune smiles.
I was trying to play Magic last night, a Magic Arena, and I was playing a little bit of an off-meta rogue deck type thing, and it was so bad. I went 0-6 with it. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna stick to Legends of Runeterra tonight. I do not have good memories of facing Nasus with Scouts. Really interesting hand. Inspiring Light's not a keep though, I don't think, unless we hit like Mirai Warden in our opener. Same with Vanguard Sergeant. I'm not really like thrilled to see Vanguard Sergeant. What's better though? Like Misfortune, Duran Sculptor, Mirai Warden, I think I'd all rather see right now. Heck yeah, is that what I'm talking about or what? That's like a nasty... That's a nasty curve! Holy smokes. Okay. Well, we have our game plan. Do we just take the 2 damage? What do they have on turn 2? Do we really need the 2 damage? I mean, if they play a unit, I'm not attacking afterwards. I'm not attacking with the Strand Sculptor. So I'll get in. Maybe they'll quiet us our Fleet Feather Checker or something first. Okay. That's fine, because this can die to Misfortune later on. So I'm pretty happy we didn't develop Strand Sculptor first. Inspiring Light. So we have our turn 7 play, I suppose, at this point. We have an insane curve right now. I'll just play Misfortune, take our damage,
No pay.
and then next turn just play Island Navigator. We do need to be careful of the damage you take because of Atrocity, but we have a really, really, really good turn right now. We can get in with everything. Again, only X1 blockers is really, really good when we develop our scout units. That's still fine. I'll still take this attack. If they want to trade here, I'm happy with that. Glimpse. Okay, well that means they can't develop Kindred this turn. And even if they get Kindred next turn, it's going to be a long time before their cards, or their Kindred marks, sorry, hit anything important. Like it'll ping Fleet Feather Checker, Dragon Sculptor, Island Navigator, all before ever getting to our champs. And we're pushing a ton of damage. Misfortune will level on our next attack turn. If they don't kill her, obviously, but... Tough. Is that any good in this matchup? I guess against the Vile Feast, maybe? I will block just for the sake of Atrocity. Because this doesn't kill the unit, so they still have to do something.
We Demacians are no easy prey.
A slight adjustment.
And again, with the Rand Sculptor, that means Valor isn't our weakest unit still. This is so bad for them. I think we're in a really, really, really good spot right now. They could have Ruination next turn, but we might just win this turn. What if I just let that go? And then just play Genevieve? Because that thing can't block anyways. Like, it can just get pulled. Maybe that's the reason. No, because Rangers Resolve, it would still summon the Spiderling. Okay, GG. That was a pretty good game. That went really well. Our curve was nasty at the start. That was like our ideal game plan.
Miles.
I actually want to check the leaderboards. Because I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, I think mostly it's doing well. Scouts is doing well because we can like kind of exploit the weak decks that people are playing at the start of the new patch. But nonetheless, it feels really good. A 58% win rate, that's nasty. But it only has a 0.1% play rate. It only has 400 matches overall. That's like extraordinarily low. Okay, Elise Gwen. This deck is so much more aggressive. I'd really, really like to find a fearsome blocker besides Misfortune, but we don't have many. Because Bright Sub Protector was nerfed a long, long time ago. We only run one copy of Sergeant. So maybe we just keep it. We have our curve. We have our game plan. Now any interaction is kind of a bonus. And we can kill all their X1s.
Explosives primed.
If they attack, I will probably just block the Legion Saboteur. Because
Come closer.
they're not going to...
Bite.
Do we play Broadwing instead of Duran Sculptor? I think we should. We can go after... We can go after Elise. No, we can't go after Elise next round. No, we could. No, Broadwing would only be at 1 health if we block. Okay, so we'll just go Broadwing. We'll block the Saboteur with the Shell Shocker if they attack this turn like this. I won't block the 1/1 just in case they run Flock. I was thinking we could block Broadwing into the Legion Saboteur, but then Broadwing would only be at 1 health, plus the Misfortune Ping wouldn't be enough. I think we probably just get Misfortune down here.
But not that good. If only those suitors were as lovely as you.
I really hope this goes through, or else we might be in trouble. I don't think they run any pump spells. Like, if they have Mark of the Isles, they get us. Okay.
Love ya.
Next turn, I might go... They have a second lease, that's pretty brutal. I might go Broadwing plus Duran Sculptor. I might just sacrifice Misfortune.
Who's my favorite? It is you.
Or we could just slam Island Navigator right now. And then what? We have Tough. But we don't have any fearsome blockers anyway. And at least we'll level. But our turn is so much better next turn. If we get Duran Sculptor plus Broadwing plus Island Navigator.
Alright, let's get to work.
And we only have so many cards
Won't get past me.
that they can flock, like if we block different stuff.
Long way from a flying stone bird.
Heck yeah. Okay, that's really good. That's really good. I don't care for Elise levels, honestly. We already killed one Elise, so that's kind of fine. Oh, that's really, really good. We're hopefully just going to be able to kill enough of their stuff this turn that it doesn't particularly matter. Let's go. GG. That was decent. Alright, we're at a nice little win streak. I think I might call it there. I hope you guys enjoyed, though. This was a lot of fun. We started back right about where we started. But let me check my Mastering Runeterra, or the Master Tracker real quick so you guys can get my win rate. I went 5-2 with it last night, and so I think if we finished 50-50, I think that meant we finished at the same LP. That probably meant we finished barely above 50-50 on this stream, but it was a lot of fun. We're 10-5 with it. That's pretty good. 66% rate. I'll take that. Obviously, some of the decks we beat. Lots of different Gwen decks going around. I love to see that. We saw Gwen, Elise, Katarina, Aurelia, Viego. But yeah, as you can see, we've beaten a whole slew of different decks. Lots and lots of aggressive decks going around right now. Like anything from like elusives to Rumble, Jinx. Like there's a whole ton of stuff going on. And you have a pretty decent game plan into it because I'm sure as you guys saw in today's videos or games, Misfortune's Ping with challengers roasts the X1 so hard. Like it's so hard for them to do anything about that because they just don't run sharp sights and pump spells or whatever, stuff like that. And it just feels so efficient. Like when you get Quinn down, oh my gosh, she did some work today. Yeah, a super fun deck. We didn't do super well into the control decks. The Viego Glen, we just got roasted by Scouts, the Scout equipment. But like the FTR, I think that was more just my personal mistakes of the way I played it. But we did beat the Kindred Nassus just because they didn't have the blockers. So it's an interesting deck. I think it performed really well. I think at least for the next few days, you could probably use it to pretty good success as the meta's kind of like settling out and there's like people still experimenting with new decks after the patch. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you're on YouTube, come hang out on Twitch. I always love chatting with you guys. And if you're on Twitch, go check out YouTube too, if in case you ever miss a stream. I always upload the VODs. So I'll catch you guys next time, and I hope you enjoyed.